And we are back. This is Corinne Woodward Wasson, and I'm recording for the Phoenix Center for the Arts. This is for water and watercolor, and we're looking at the Animas River today. And I was just looking at kind of like this color breakdown that we want to go with. And down in here, I think we're going to do some broad strokes of yellows and oranges, and we're going to make sure that we pull them all the way through, right? This big triangle in here and this nice little triangle in here. And then we want to bring them into this waterscape as well, so that the river is reflecting back those beautiful yellows and oranges in there. So let's try that. Let's see what we can do. I am thinking about, I guess I'll just stay with my 10. I'm going to go really cold yellow first and just set up those yellows to begin with. So I'm going to start at the back, and I'm just setting them down and kind of moving forward along the line here, over the top of our little house, into this front tree here, leaving this, letting it be really open, right? We want to be able to layer some other colors in there. We've got this great yellow in here. Let it go up high, right? Let it come up into your sky. This is the second brush bristle I have lost. What is going on? I've got a shedding brush. I shouldn't have a shedding brush. I wonder what's happening. I'm going to take that cold yellow and I'm going to come down the left side. Just carry it up. Even anywhere you're going to have orange or green, you know the yellow's already in there, so no worries. And then I'm just going to bring some out into the water, left to right, left to right, left to right. There we go. Oh yeah, and then definitely over here, it like really hits this bank. Left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right, leaving the water, leaving the possibility for there still being the white of your paper coming through. A little bit of yellow over here, a little bit of yellow over here. Okay, so now we have good distribution of yellow throughout. You might even want to sneak a little bit right into this, just the tiniest bit right along there. Like that. Let's take a little bit of red and put it in with your yellow, or if you have a nice warm kind of yellowy orange, that's where you want to be. Like this really warm yellow orange is going to be our next step. We're going to again start in the back, and just anywhere you see that, just tap it in and let it blend with your yellow. Back here, these guys are tall and kind of fiery, right? We can let them be big, and then bring some orange up here, some nice yellow orange up into this space. We're just tapping, tapping, tapping. Tip of your brush, just barely setting down a little bit of color over here, bringing some orange over here. Start in that base here, in that big trunk on this tree, and letting some of that just beautiful autumn fiery color scheme come up through here. There we go. Oh yeah. And then just let some of the tops of these trees just barely be the little tips of your brush along there. And I'm bringing a little bit of water into my color here, thinning it out just slightly, and then just bringing a little bit down into here. Left to right, left to right, left to right. All of my motions in my water are left to right, horizontal mark making in there. And I like the idea of keeping this right side a little bit more watery, a little bit more diluted, layering up those colors in these thin washes. There we go. And then keeping this a little bit more stark on this side. Let's go one step darker. Let's take a cadmium red if you have it. The warmest red you've got. Let's just put it into those yellows and oranges and then just tap it through on the tip of your brush. Wherever you see more of that red tone. And then we're going to take some burnt sienna and tone it down a bit. And if this is too like wild to have these colors be so big and bright and bold, you can do a yellow ochre with a burnt sienna and just let those mix together. But I think this is going to dry up, right? So this is a color I have that's called Golden Earth, but you can use a burnt sienna or you can mix your own, which is an orange, blue, brown. So you start with your warmest red or orange here, and then you just put a little bit of blue in there, like a true, let's see, let's take this guy. That's gonna go too warm. Ooh, but it is beautiful. Maybe I like that color more than that wild. I might take a little bit of both, but you just want that really warm brown in here. Drop a little bit of that in the centers. Right, there we go. Here we go. You could start to make the littlest bit of a trunk here if you wanted a little bit of structure in there. And then just anything that you're putting up here, right? Let's go ahead and drop it down into the water as well. A little bit of this brown right along this edge, a little bit in here next to our fisherman, a little bit out here. I think we're getting some good colors in our water. You could even lay this in as a nice sort of beginning tone on your stones. And then when we come in with more violets, that guy's sticking out in a weird way there. Remember, you want all your rock bottoms to be nice and horizontal. Nice and parallel to the bottom of your paper. I just cleared off my brush with a little bit of water and I'm just going to carry this through. I'm kind of just almost like dusting a little bit of water right over the top of this. There we go. And you can pick up here too if you feel like you have too much paint. Just use your brush like a sponge. There, it should be nice and glassy. Oh yeah. There we go. Fun. Okay, let's pause there, and then what we'll do is we'll bring in some mountain, and let's go like dark blue, like a wash of maybe indigo back there, and then we can pull some of that dark blue up into the front. We can start layering that on our rocks. We can put some into our little house and into our shadows here. So let's do an indigo layer, and then we'll come back in with some green. Should we let that green mix in right now? Take a sappy green, like something, and just mix it in a little bit with your orange just to tone it down slightly. And let's pull this through here. Let's just put a little bit of green in so that they're all mixing together while they're still wet. And you're getting some really good colors back in here, letting that yellow and green, right? This is all green. These guys, you can just kind of take your brush from the inside out. These are like upside down pines sometimes is what it feels like, right? Ficus here. No. What are these? Yeah. Let's take a little bit of that sap and orange there and bring it over and back behind. I can make some little greens back there. And then if you have an even brighter green, like a yellow green, or you want to put a little bit of your cold yellow in your sap green, what you can do is you can then just kind of tap this along here and give some of these vibrant, closer greens a little bit more life. let all the ones that are further away sit back. Right, I'm seeing now I've kind of missed this little bit on the house where it needs to be a little bit brighter along its corner. So I'm just taking a little bit of my brightest, coldest yellow and I'm just dropping it along the side here. And then you can take some of your green, that kind of sap and orange combo there, and just bring it down. So I'm going to bring some in here. I'm going to put some in the water right along here and over here. Okay. This guy feels good down here. Yeah. Okay. I don't need any green in my water over there. That feels good as far as greens go. You don't need too many, you just need a little bit. This guy feels heavy here, but we're going to put a shadow over him anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Here we go. All right. Let's pause, let this dry for a little bit, do our indigo pass. I like how this is drying down up here. I feel like I'm really going to be able to come in here with some darks. Excuse me, and a little bit of that colder blue on this side. Uh-oh. I think I have the hiccups. Let's hope I don't. All right, let's stop and I'll see if I can get rid of these. And then we'll figure out what's going on. All right. Bye.